Second update, 12:12 p.m. Too soon to call whether Disney, Marvel's Avengers, Infinity War will post the second best weekend ever for a domestic release after Force Awakens, $149.2 million. The Anthony and Joe Russo directed movie will pull in $27 million, $30 million today, minus 73% from last Friday because it was padded with previews, for a three-day between $106 million, $115 million at 4,474 theaters. At the high end, that's minus 55% from the best opening of all time, and should that pace maintain, Infinity War will cross $400 million tomorrow in 9 days, the second fastest ever to that point after Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which completed the feat in 8 days. By Sunday, a total between $444 million, $453 million. Black Panther owns the second best second weekend ever at the domestic BO with $111.7 million. That movie has another $10 million to go to get $700 million if Disney can keep the movie in theaters. Nonetheless, another brilliant weekend at the domestic box office. As Nancy already reported, Infinity War is the fastest title ever to $1 billion. Lionsgate Pantaleon, MGM's Overboard will take second place with $4.3 million, $4.5 million today and $13.5 million for the weekend at 1,623 venues. Paramount's Mighty A Quiet Place is looking at $7.5 million, $8.5 million in weekend 5, for a running total by Sunday at the high end of $160.8 million. STX Films' I Feel Pretty is still pulling in women with a third weekend of $4.9 million in fourth, minus 40%, for a running total by Sunday of $37.8 million. Focus Features' Tully Could Take 50 with $1.3 million, $1.5 million today and $4 million, $4.2 million at 1,300 locations. The dark comedy is a reading between director Jason Reitman, scribe Diablo Cody, and star Charlize Theron. Pick follows Theron as a woman who has a third kid and develops a zany friendship with her night nanny played by Mackenzie Davis. Dean Devlin's self-distributed Bad Samaritan isn't so hot, with an estimated $750,000 today and possible $2 million for the weekend. First update, 7:59 a.m. Disney, Marvel's Avengers, Infinity War is ending its first week with $338.3 million after continuing to be the top film yesterday with $15.5 million, minus 8% from Wednesday. It's invincible at no. 1 in its second weekend, and will continue to be until Fox's Deadpool 2 arrives on May 18th. Many aren't expecting Infinity War to top Force Awakens for the best second weekend ever. That pick made $149.2 million, however, it has a shot at beating Black Panther, $111.7 million, for the No. 2 spot on that list. Earlier week projections for Infinity War's Weekend 2 were between $100 million, $125 million. MGM Pictures, Pantaleon Films, none of Disney's major studio rivals had the audacity to compete against Infinity War in its second weekend with an ultra-wide release, 2,000+. That left others to counter-program, and Lionsgate Pantaleon, MGM has Overboard, which is squarely targeting Hispanic moviegoers and fans of Mexican star Eugenio Derbez. The pick made $675,000 in previews last night, a figure that bests the $450,000 previews made by Derbez's previous comedy a year ago, How to Be a Latin Lover, a remake of the 80s Goldie Hawn-Kurt Russell movie. Overboard stands to make between $12 million, $14 million this weekend, potentially exceeding Lover's $12.2 million opening. The comedy, which stars Anna Faris, is booked at 1,623 locations. Critics can't stand it at 28% rotten. On the other hand, audiences like it, giving it a post-track 83% positive score. Focus Features is releasing Tully in roughly 1,300 screens. The Jason Reitman pick has 90% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and is expected to draw $3 million, $4 million. Dean Devlin is self-distributing his crime pick Bad Samaritan via his Electric Entertainment in 2,007 locations. The movie is poised to make $2 million per tracking. Electric fully financed and covered.